Hey there, skin savvy friends. You're probably spending a ton of money and even time on certain social media skincare trends, devices, and products. And these social media trends and devices are promising smooth, glowing skin. But are they working? I'm going to live review popular skincare devices, products, and trends that you can find on TikTok and other forms of social media today. My name is Dr. Swati Cannon, and I am a board-certified dermatologist out here in California. And we're going to play fact or fiction for various skincare trends and devices. Some of you may not like what I have to say about these popular trends, but I keep an open mind, and so should you. Let's get started.
My first session of Dermaroller. Make sure to wash your face with lemon soap before executing.
Never wash your face with lemon soap no matter what. That's just ridiculous.
Follow the horizontal, vertical, and cross rolling. This process will help you to boost collagen production and helps.
So this is a Dermaroller, which is a type of microneedling device that is commonly sold for people to use at home. This is definitely fiction. And that's because the Dermaroller that you can use at home is definitely not the same as a microneedling device that I have in my office. The Dermaroller, yes, it creates, injury on the skin just like a microneedling device. But the difference is that the Dermaroller drags on top of the skin. When you're having that dragging motion, it actually causes a lot more irritation, a lot more inflammation, which can then lead to more scarring and more discoloration. This is in contrast to the microneedling pen that I have in my office. This type of pen uses a stamping technique. So we're not dragging the device in the office, we're kind of stamping. And we're creating these microscopic columns of injury to then help with collagen production. In our office, we can also control the depth of the injury, so how deep do we want to create the injury, and you can't really do that at home. The other problem with the at-home devices is the risk of infection. There is no way any of you can sterilize these at-home Dermarollers the way we can sterilize in our office. Also, when we're doing these microneedling treatments in our office, our tips, so the tips that have needles, are disposable. We're not sterilizing them, we're actually just using brand new ones for every single patient. I have seen a lot of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, irritation, worsening of scarring, acne, and rosacea from Dermaroller treatment. So do not use this at home. Now, what about Dermaroller for hair growth? Because I'm also seeing this lately on social media. Let's look at this.
Now
Here we
you can
go.
start your dermarolling session with a peace of mind. When you're done dermarolling, use dishwash liquid to clean your dermaroller.
So Dermaroller on the scalp, also fiction. First of all, using a dishwashing liquid for Dermaroller is not going to get rid of all the bacteria. So you still have a risk of infection even if you clean it with alcohol or dishwashing soap. Additionally, Dermarollers, kind of just like they do on the skin, even on your scalp, they can cause injury, which can then cause scarring, which then can lead to further hair loss. And the whole point of Dermarolling your scalp is to stimulate circulation to stimulate more hair growth. So it most likely has the opposite effect of what you want if you use a Dermaroller on your scalp. So she is using a Hyaluron pen to put hyaluronic acid in her lips to make them look more plump. Just watching this is making me upset. As you can already kind of predict, fiction for Hyaluron pens at home. I can't believe that you can even find this on Amazon. This is worse than saying just fiction. I feel like it's blasphemy. You should not be using these Hyaluron pens at home. They are so dangerous for so many reasons. First of all, fillers, Botox, lasers, even microneedling, these are medical procedures that should be done by a medical professional who knows how to handle infections, sterilization, and any complications that can occur. It takes a lot of expertise, especially for lip fillers, for example. It takes a lot of expertise for us to be able to do lip filler without the risks of doing fillers in your lips. So what a Hyaluron pen is doing is that it is injecting hyaluronic acid, which is what makes up filler. So it's injecting hyaluronic acid into the lips. And the whole point of doing this is to give you those nice plump lips that everybody wants. When we do hyaluronic acid filler in our office, it is very controlled. We're using an injection, not a pen. We're controlling how much we deliver, at what depth we deliver, and that way we can give you nice symmetric results while minimizing the complications that can potentially occur with hyaluronic acid in the lips. The main complication that can occur is you can inject the filler or the hyaluronic acid into a blood vessel inside the lip. And if you do that, you can potentially cause what's called vascular occlusion, which leads to necrosis. So that means that we can block off the blood vessel, and the blood vessel is what's giving oxygen and nutrients to the skin. So if we block off this blood vessel with hyaluronic acid, then you can get necrosis, or the part of the skin that's supposed to be getting oxygen doesn't get oxygen, so that skin dies. Occasionally, there's also a risk of blindness if you get filler in the blood vessel. So this should just never be done in your house. ever. And outside of just the risks of occluding the blood vessel, you can have asymmetric, weird looking lips with hyaluron pens at home. And finally, just like the derma rollers, these also have a risk of infection. Like I said, we use a lot of different techniques to minimize the risk of occlusion and infection in our office whenever we do these medical procedures.
Look at that.
So these are microneedling patches. They're not exactly the same as obviously the derma rollers or the microneedling devices, but these are basically patches with tiny plastic needles, and these patches are filled with certain skincare ingredients. The theory is that the needles go through the top layer of the skin called stratum corneum, and stratum corneum is really the barrier to penetration for a lot of skincare ingredients. So these needles go through the top of the stratum corneum, delivering the skincare ingredient where we want it to go. Is this fact or fiction? I would say it's fact. I have a hard time, I think, saying fact with a lot of these things because I feel like it's not 100% proven. But yeah, if you want to use microneedling patches at home, go for it. The only downside is that it can cause a little bit of irritation or burning. It is creating tiny little injuries into the top layer of your skin. And so for some of you, that can cause irritation. So there is some evidence to show that the microneedling patches, which contain needles long enough to penetrate the stratum corneum. So not all microneedling patches contain needles long enough, but if the microneedling patches do contain needles that penetrate the stratum corneum, they are more effective in delivering certain ingredients like hyaluronic acid or tranexamic acid versus just a gel with hyaluronic acid or tranexamic acid. Now, the question is it because the skincare ingredients are occluded, meaning that they are underneath a patch, that's what enables better delivery, or is it actually the needles themselves helping to deliver the ingredients better? I hope that question made sense, but is it occlusion or the needles causing better penetration of these skincare ingredients? We don't really have the answer to that, so we would have to find out more by doing more kind of comparative studies. Some acne hydrocolloid patches also contain little darts or needles, and I actually prefer the non-dart ones for acne, and it's because anytime you penetrate the stratum corneum, you are causing irritation. Acne is already a form of an inflammatory condition, so when you have inflammation plus irritation, it can potentially worsen the scarring or discoloration. So I personally just prefer hydrocolloid patches for acne without the darts, but if you have the dart ones and you're able to tolerate that, awesome. Additionally, a little caveat for these microneedling patches: if you have acne or rosacea, stay away from the microneedling patches for your face or your eyelids because you can get irritation. And by the way, have you tried any of these? If so, please comment below and let me know what skincare products, devices, or trends you have tried and how it worked for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family so that they can also know what to avoid and what they can try. Coffee for your dark under eye circles, fact or fiction? Kind of fact, but this is pretty nuanced. So yes, caffeine definitely helps to constrict your blood vessels, and this helps to reduce the appearance of puffy eyes, or if you have a little bit of violaceous discoloration under your eyes, caffeine can help to make that look better. Of course, this is a temporary appearance because once the caffeine is gone, your blood vessels will dilate back up again and that bluish hue will come back. So a lot of people want to use tea bags or coffee grounds to help with their puffiness and under eye circles, but you have to remember that it's not just the ingredients, it's not just caffeine that is going to help for these issues, it's also the formulation. So how the ingredient is formulated plays a really big role in its efficacy. So sure, you can use coffee grounds for your puffiness and it will probably help you a little bit, but using an eye cream with caffeine is going to be less messy. So there's this one by Inky List. It's an eye cream with caffeine and it is incredibly affordable and you can just try that. By the way, if you want to learn more about under eye circles and how to treat them, I have these 2 YouTube videos which review my favorite eye creams as well as treatments that I do in my office to help with your under eye circles. Speaking about these at-home remedies like coffee grounds for your under eye circles, stay tuned and subscribe for my next video, which is going to discuss at-home skincare remedies that actually work. So that will be all fact and it will give you a lot of things that you can do at home to get healthy glowing skin, hair, and nails. So subscribe and stay tuned.
Here are 3 reasons why I sleep on a silk pillowcase every single night.
The first reason why is because I am a side sleeper. I'm never gonna change.
So silk pillowcases, fact or fiction? This is actually fact. So since silk pillowcases reduce friction, they can help with crush wrinkles. These are wrinkles that you get when you're sleeping on your side and it kind of crushes your face like this, and then you might wake up with like little dents and shadows on your face. So silk pillowcases can help with those kinds of crush wrinkles because there's less friction with a silk pillowcase compared to a cotton pillowcase. Additionally, they also will decrease hair breakage because of the less friction. So people who have curly hair, frizzy hair, they would really benefit from a silk pillowcase over a cotton one. The other advantage of silk is that it absorbs less moisture. So if you have all your skincare products on your face, a silk pillowcase is going to absorb a lot less moisture than cotton. So it would also leave your skin more hydrated than cotton, which sucks it all out. But does silk get rid of your wrinkles? Definitely not. Because wrinkle formation isn't just due to crush wrinkles by sleeping on your side, it's due to a combination of factors like sun, genetics, lifestyle, decrease in collagen, decrease in elastin, etc. So it's not going to get rid of your wrinkles, but it will minimize some of the friction and have benefits from that. So however, silk is not vegan. It is from silkworms that die after making the silk. So I am not a proponent of any sort of animal product just for the sake of beauty. So I don't necessarily recommend silk pillowcases, but you can get vegan silk or vegan satin pillowcases that are made from polyester or bamboo, and they have the same benefits because they're smooth and they reduce friction. And I will have some links for vegan silk pillowcases down below, so check those out. So Jade Rollers and Gua Sha, are these fact or fiction? Well, it's fiction for wrinkles, but it could be fact for reducing puffiness on your face. There are a lot of cultural implications for the use of Jade Rollers and Gua Sha, so no shade on any of that. I do think that any sort of massage technique, so whether it's Gua Sha or Jade Rollers, they're going to increase the lymphatic drainage, meaning that they're going to get rid of some of the fluid in your skin, which can then reduce puffiness. However, this is not going to slim down your face dramatically because how big your face is a combination of muscle, bone structure, fat, skin laxity, etc. And doing Jade Rollers and Gua Sha is not going to slim down your face, but it can potentially reduce puffiness. What about rolling a Jade Roller over your skincare product? So a lot of times people will apply, vitamin C or hyaluronic acid, and then they'll kind of do a Jade Roller on top of that. Does that help to penetrate the skincare ingredient? Perhaps. I guess it could enhance a penetration because you're kind of rolling it into your skin. And Jade Rollers are also cold, and so any sort of cold and massage will help with decreasing inflammation, puffiness, and help increase the penetration of skincare products. I feel like I've beaten a dead horse, but it's not going to help get rid of wrinkles, and it's not going to help slim down your face. And if you do use a Jade Roller, just rolling it gently back and forth isn't going to even do much for the lymphatic drainage. You really have to, if you're using a Jade Roller, you want to go into the direction of your fluid and lymph nodes. So that means on your face, you're going to go up and down, because your lymphatic nodes are kind of on the side of your face that drain down into your neck. So you have to go up and down, up and down. Additionally, it does take about 30 minutes of jade rolling or massaging to really help with lymphatic drainage. So will doing it for 5-10 minutes help? Maybe not, but it's not harmful. So go for it. So would a facial massage or nose massage? Well, also fiction. It's the same concept, and definitely fiction for an at-home nose job. Massaging your nose is not going to change the shape of your nose. It's not going to make it thinner. The shape of your nose is determined by a bone and cartilage. And there's nothing you can do to change the shape of your bone and cartilage without surgery. And the muscles, I can't really flare my nasal muscles, but the muscles that flare your nose, well, massaging them down is not going to make them flare less. So, fiction. Now, on a related note, what about facial yoga? Does that help? Is that fact or fiction? So here she's demonstrating some facial yoga. Fact or fiction? Honestly, it depends on what you're trying to reduce. So the whole concept of facial yoga is that by doing these different exercises, you're going to decrease aging and prevent some of the wrinkles from forming. And I would say that this is maybe pseudo fact. So not exactly fiction, but maybe pseudo-fact. There was actually a small study done by a doctor in Northwestern with about 32 patients. And they were given a 30-minute daily or alternate day facial yoga program for 5 months. So after 5 months, this study showed a modest improvement in upper cheek fullness and lower facial fullness. And maybe this was because, when we're moving muscles in the face, you're going to make the muscles bigger. And so maybe it was because of hypertrophy of these muscles, but it did show a modest improvement. So you can definitely try it at home and let me know how it works for you. The flip side of this is we often use Botox to decrease activity of certain muscles so that we can decrease wrinkles caused by muscle movement. So for example, we'll do, Botox here for the 11s, we'll do Botox on the forehead, Botox along the crow's feet here. And so if you're doing facial yoga, which is strengthening and moving these muscles a lot more, then you potentially could get more of these wrinkles caused by muscle movement. So I think it kind of just depends on which type of facial yoga you're doing and what muscles you're moving on your face. By the way, if you want to learn how to minimize wrinkles with both lifestyle tips and treatments that actually work, please check out these 3 of my videos that are on my YouTube channel, and they will go into depth about the treatments that I perform in my office, as well as what lifestyle actions you can take to age more gracefully. All right, what about these LED masks? Do these LED masks work well at home? Fact or fiction? So I would say this is fact. We have evidence that red light and infrared light can help with collagen building. So collagen building is what we call a dermal process, meaning it happens within the dermis, which is one of the deeper layers of the skin. And this type of red light can penetrate deeper into the skin to help with collagen building and collagen remodeling. So this means that these masks can potentially help with fine lines as well as wrinkle prevention. This mask does not contain any UV rays, so it shouldn't increase the risk of skin cancer. It shouldn't increase sun damage. This is often a common misconception. I think I will make a separate YouTube video about LED masks, so if you actually want me to make one, please comment below and write LED mask so that I know, but I will probably have to make a separate one. We do have LED therapy in office as well, and the in-office ones are more specific. We can control their settings a lot more, and so that makes them more effective. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't use these at-home ones if you have the funds to spend on them. Now, if you have melasma or skin discoloration, should you be using these LED lights? I think it's controversial. I would say no, because these kinds of masks, they do have a little bit of heat that they release, and that kind of heat can worsen melasma. So I would not recommend it for melasma patients. But I feel like they make also really good Halloween costumes. Like I said, if you have tried LED masks or you've tried any of these other skincare trends, please let me know and comment below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned for all the upcoming videos that I make on skincare.
That made me try it. Slugging.
Slugging. Slugging is fact. Actually, dermatologists have been recommending slugging for years, but it wasn't until this term slugging was coined that it really became popular and took off on social media. Now, slugging is when you apply an occlusive ointment over a moisturizer, and you have to check out my video on slugging to watch more and to learn how to do it properly. Similarly, skin cycling has also been a very popular trend in social media, and it is fact, but I do have a lot of things to say about skin cycling, so I did make a video on it, so go check out that video on skin cycling. And if you have tried skin cycling and you like it, let me know. I do have a lot of patients who do skin cycling, and they said that it did wonders for their skin. So if you tried it, you like it, you let me know. Now, I don't have a TikTok video for the next social media trend, but collagen powders, they are very popular on social media and on various YouTube videos. Claims for collagen supplementation is that taking collagen or ingesting collagen improves wrinkles and skin elasticity. Is this fact or fiction? So I'm actually not sure, and that's because we don't have enough evidence to say yay or nay. I'm gonna say, as of right now, based on the evidence that I see so far, it is maybe fiction. Let's talk about how digestion works when we're talking about collagen powders. So anything that you eat goes through your digestive system and it gets broken down. And so your collagen is a protein, and when you ingest this protein, the protein gets broken down into peptides and amino acids. So ingesting this collagen, which means you're going to add more protein to your diet, well, this is going to lead to more amino acids in your bloodstream, which can then perhaps be used to make more proteins such as collagen. But ingestion of collagen doesn't directly lead to collagen in the body. And that part we do know. But is ingesting collagen even harmful? Well, maybe to your bank account, because collagen powders are very expensive. It's most likely not harmful as long as you do it in the right doses. But just be mindful that when you ingest too much protein, it does get broken down, and certain organs do have to work harder to be able to break everything down. And so there's a certain byproduct of protein called uric acid, and this is filtered by your kidney. So eating too much protein can sometimes cause kidney issues. So just don't overdo anything. So like I said, collagen is a big protein, and ingesting it just gets broken down into amino acids. But what about if you take broken down collagen? So there was a recent article in 2019, and it was in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology. It states that hydrolyzed collagen intake can help with skin aging and improve skin elasticity. So what is hydrolyzed collagen? Collagen, which is made of peptides, and so broken down collagen is called hydrolyzed collagen. And it's made of the same amino acids as the collagen in our body. So the studies are showing some preliminary benefits to taking perhaps hydrolyzed collagen. Again, it's not vegan. Just like the silk pillowcases, intake of collagen is not vegan. There are no true vegan sources of collagen because collagen is 100% animal-based. I am vegan, and it's not that I try to just promote vegan products or vegan this and that, but I'm vegan for environmental and ethical reasons, and I do not like to promote animal-based products for the sake of beauty. For this video, you can use certain plant-based collagen supplements to boost your collagen because these plant-based sources will just add to the amino acid pile, just like animal-based collagen. And we don't really have studies comparing animal-based collagen to plant-based collagen supplementation and letting us know which one is inferior and which one is superior. So we just don't have studies comparing head to head. Most plant-based collagen contain amino acids as well as vitamin C, and vitamin C is basically a cofactor that's needed to make collagen in the body. And so that's why your plant-based collagen has both amino acids and vitamin C to hopefully help boost collagen production. In all honesty though, with how the plant-based movement is going, you're probably going to get collagen made in a lab that's going to be identical to animal collagen. So I do think that eventually we'll have that, but as of right now, I recommend taking plant-based sources of collagen. Now, what about collagen creams? So if you just have collagen in a cream and you put it on your skin, is it going to help prevent wrinkles and fine lines and all of those things? No. That is fiction. And that is because collagen is way too big of a molecule to penetrate through the skin to where your collagen resides underneath the skin to help build more collagen. And when they have these claims of collagen creams, they also charge so much money. So not only is it expensive, but it's also not effective. However, similar to hydrolyzed collagen that we just spoke about earlier, there is growing evidence that peptide creams could be helpful. So if you want to learn how to use peptides in your skincare regimen, as well as get some product recommendations, you need to watch this video next. So thank you for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.